got parts basically clean, or clean enough. This isn't not going to be a show cart, but we got everything clean. We took a Scotch-Brite and razor blade and got all the gaskets off and cleaned our mating surfaces. And anywhere our bearings were going to go, we cleaned that really well. So we're going to put it in our oven here at 350. I think I don't have my heat gun here, but we just want to make sure the heat goes all the way through these parts and expands them. I'm single and I'm a bachelor, so I can use my oven for anything I like. There we go. Let's give that 30 minutes.
We also have the crank in the freezer to make it shrink a little bit. What are you looking for?
Actually got oil patches, you know, strange. I wonder if the oil runs in there. Like a controlled leak kind of thing.
I think that whole engine had a controlled leak. It was covered in oil. Saturated.
Well, you know, you worked at a golf course, you know that works on stuff. Let's see.
Let me see if we can see the holes in it.
Very good.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt to probably throw some grease in there, huh? That's pretty dirty. You gotta remember all this.
Cooking with carburetor cleaner.
A lot of people think that gas is liquid gold, but you can't have enough carburetor cleaner.
Did you say carburetor?
Carburetor cleaner.
Always keep a spare can so when you fucking drop the can.
Oh yeah, those are nice and warm. That has to be flipped.
Oh, forget it. I don't know how that's just gonna dry. Probably pretty quick. Have a better way to do this.
Spatula?
I don't need this thing malfunctioning now. Close enough.
All right.
It's hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Does this have a certain direction it has to go in?
Yes. Big end goes this end, just like this.
Oh yeah, the bearings are different sizes. I forgot about that.
Now, this big end. Hope I put the fucking piston going the right way. It's working though.
Yeah.
Damn, you're always fucking. I need something put between me and this so I can get it. Something right there, some bird shit on me. Right between me and my stomach. Something.
Here you go. There it goes.
Get the bolts ready.
Get the what?
Get the bolts ready.
All right.
All right. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
Bolts.
Yep, they're all right here.
Hope I don't forget anything. Glasses. I don't know which one's one. I can't see it. I don't think the rest of these matters. 1, 3. 3 is across it.
You dropped one in your lap.
Yep.
Do these go on after?
I hope so. Most of the time they do. Three, 1, 6.
Here's a 7.
Two.
I don't know the torque spec on those, but
How would you torque on a screwdriver?
Huh? How would you torque with a screwdriver?
Yeah, I mean, there's
I don't know.
set something up, and I'm not.
There is something.
Yeah, it's called arms calibrated.
Oh, okay. Your arm's been calibrated?
Yeah, did you hear it click?
Yeah. I did.
All right, so assuming that numbers are a pattern, so we'll go to 1. Yep, they're crossing each other. 1. Good screwdriver. Good heads up. 2. 3.
You still have another screw in front of you. Directly in front of you.
Hell, if I get all in there, if I start torquing them.
They still have the labels on them too.
Only one is different. The other 6 are like, it's that one right there where the boss is.
Mm-hmm.
I think the numbers were for torques. I'll keep up with the bolts. All right, so back to the numbers again. 1. 1.
I mean, they could always tell us in the comments what the torque spec is supposed to be on them.
Yeah.
Pretty sure somebody's going to pick us apart on that one.
Well, it doesn't matter because my elbow's calibrated.
Your elbow's calibrated.
Yep.
Yeah,
Listen.
you got to pay extra for
You
that.
gotta listen close. Click.
Yeah. You got to pay extra for that. You have to hire a calibration company to come calibrate your elbow and everything.
Yeah. It's ISO.
Yeah. It's within the Mitutoyo standard.
Alright. Probably need to be checked again when it cools down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the RTV is still salt, so it must take a little while to harden. Even in heat.
Yeah.
That should be cool because it's got RTV all over the place.
You what? That's still hot though. Mm.
This won't be hot.
No.
I don't know about that. That's kind of strange. About a binding. Maybe that's because it's hot.
Maybe.
In most two-strokes, on the piston, you'll notice there's little stake pins. If you notice, they're looks like about 30 degrees apart, I'm guessing. But
can I move this over here?
Yeah. So when you put your ring on, you want to make sure your gap right there is on that pin, and that keeps it rotating. The reason two-strokes have that is because inside of the jug, there's these transfer ports and exhaust and intake and that type of thing. If the rings were to rotate, they would get, the edges of them could get hung and tear up the cylinders. So they're pre-positioned in a place that's the safest place for them. They make a ring expander, but I don't have one. I'm gonna put the now. You notice these rings.
One's bigger than the other.
You notice these rings have a
taper
on them. Okay, where it's supposed to go on the pin. Typically, I can tell by this one, just by looking at it, and the manufacturers may vary, but the way this one looks like to me, since the pin is located on this land right here up, I'm going to make that taper match it so it sits in the thing. Now probably it's only the way it'll go in there anyway correctly and fit into the jug, but just a small detail there.
So does it matter which ring goes where? Because they're two different sizes.
I don't think it does with most two-strokes, but no, sometimes it'll be written on it. Yep, right. If you look real close right here, it's got up and then standard right written on it. So actually, you can only put this one way, and I had it right, but just by looking at it. But so this goes up. These are fairly low tension compared to some of the other stuff, so I rotate it around. And you'll notice how that should look. Now, I don't have a ring compressor, so this will be interesting trying to get this thing together. The ring compressor I did have, that I don't know if I've got it or I've got it lent out, will not go this small. It's made for automotive applications. So we might have a little trouble getting this in here, we'll find out. But they're not real high tension, so maybe I can work them in carefully. But this is a place you got a ring compressor, would come in handy. Now I got to figure out which way this goes in, which is probably got to match the ports. It's been a while since we've had this engine part, so we're going to have to do a little research and figure out which way this goes. Chip, do you remember which way this thing faces? One up there, one up on this side, so let's get this one in first.
slid right in.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Slid right in. So we didn't. I don't guess you need a ring compressor. You can just kind of. All right. Did you get a small yet, too? You guys put these snap rings in. Make sure you rotate them. And they're seated correctly. You don't want that popping out at 6,000 RPM.
All right, you got to do a snap ring on this side too.
And they got to make sure this one's settled down there. And rotate it. Yep. They're good. Rotation. So it's in there. This side. Wow.
What?
Where is the ring at?
You got to slide the jug down more and get the ring so you can see the ring.
Something right here.
What's not seated right?
A flashlight.
Flashlight. Do your phone flashlight.
See what I'm talking about?
Where did the ring go?
No.
Oh no, I still see it there.
No, it's not mine. It's not the whole. It's missing part of it.
Oh, is it that? Did the ring break? Oh, fuck.
Yep. Well, since we're going to start it anyway, I'll just leave it in here.
Right. Yeah.
No point putting a snap ring.
I want that going in there. Oh.
It will.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Winner, chicken dinner.
So we get a new ring, set of rings for this thing. Some Yamaha rings.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Put all the snap rings on and hold it in there.
Yeah.
So you don't lose them.
Still braking grease.
Yep.
I think it went out, if I remember right.
Yep. That's exactly how it went.
Block of wood. That's will make it a little trickier to turn, but it'll still turn. Yes, it will. Got some tape. It's all flush.
What happened?
I said, no, I said, make sure I've got to start it kind of even. Yep. Nice and flush. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
There's the seals. Black iron. We're looking for, so I'm slip that down in there. Use this to get it kind of square, go about mid-bore. Back side of it, make sure we're still square. Looks like we are. Sugar gauge here. Factory spec on this thing is 0.2 millimeter to 0.4 millimeter, which is roughly between 8 and 10 thousandths. I don't have any metric filler gauges, so I have to kind of. And I'm more concerned about being way too tight than I am being a little bit on the loose side. I got my mess later. All right. So the 7 millimeter, I'm sorry, the 7 thousandths passes through that. Other size I got here. I think it's 10 thousandths is the next one up. 20. There's a 10 thousandths. So I've got 7 and 10 on my 2. Use those as our gauges. And the 10 doesn't pass through it. So we know it's smaller than 10, but bigger than 7. I'm good. This is good enough for me for this project. If your piston rings are too tight on any engine, when it starts up, pistons start expanding, the metal starts expanding, it'll score the walls. So We're good.
Sometimes.
Alright, so after finding a little file, we're gonna get some rough edges on here that we don't want getting grabbing our ring. But no, we're gonna bubble on here.
You have to put that on the intake side, right?
Yeah, let me rotate it.
Oh, you're gonna rotate it.
Yeah. That's not. I'm gonna have to take it because it's hung. Now this will have to be careful.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Is there anything that says that you have to put it in from this direction? Or can you slide it in from the top?
There it goes. Isn't that much easier when everything's
Oiled?
well, not well. Not so much oil is
Lined up?
the edges off of it. We don't have that sharp edge on it. All right, so that's it. Now, let's see if we can.
Oh, yep. Let me get that one off there.
So I've got a factor time and range on here. I can't believe I didn't mark that. I'll put it back where the old bolt holes were. Let's see, not even close.
You want some oil to put on that? Is that what you said?
I don't know why it's getting hard. It's only 40 years old. This one's got a charging coil in it too. About a number of wires.
Mm-hmm.
The battery operates probably pretty good. The first bit of it's left. I'll also set that in there now. This is gonna be the worst part of working that rubber too. Where's that? There's a needle nose.
You did what?
Oh, down here. Part of it.
You want me to push it from the back, but I can't get my hand in there to do that.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Alright.
Luckily, we didn't clean it so good that we can still see our old marks.
I don't think that got cleaned at all.
Yeah, it was pretty clean. I think we took it off. There's our bolt set shit. There's one of them.
Yeah. I know some stuff got moved around when I just was over here. Alright, there's one of them with the washer. And then where it I just went and got a washer. Oh, there you go. Lock washer for the other one.
Alright, so let's get these in. Deflector washer. Get that one started. Now, what type of sick engineer would use Phillips screws, something that has adjustment?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't he just use socket heads, Allen type fasteners?
Don't know.
That doesn't strip out like this. Fuck, I'd rather use Torx than this stuff. Right here's a factory timing window, it looks like, where they've got it. I was trying to put it back on the original holes.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean, back in the original, where I can see the, what you call it, witness marks, because where it's dirty at.
Mm-hmm.
Which is showing it quite a bit off that timing mark, but I think you got to pull his pulley off to set the time on.
You what?
You got to pull the pulley off to.
You remember that was the reason we couldn't get it off. This is the side that you had to beat on to get it off.
Yeah. Well.
But the difference is you can put some anti-seize on it this time.
Yeah, still probably a son of a bitch to get off. But that's what I'm seeing over here as far as where it was. I can't believe I didn't mark that. You sure I took this apart?
Yes.
It's highly unlikely I would take it apart and not mark it. Anyway. I mean, that goes against, it's like a religious thing for me to mark stuff. Because I'm lazy. I need to do it once.
So you're saying these two marks right here have to line up with those two marks?
They don't have to. But if we had a service manual today, it would show where this is supposed to go. It's probably within the window because the slots are still showing. That might be the factory timing. Line up with that right there. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. That's supposed to be in there. And right now it's a couple degrees off. But then again, they may that this might be something cast. I just don't know. But if I didn't have anything, if I didn't have anything to go off of, I would line that up right there.
I can check real quick if you want.
Yeah, you want to check?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I ended up doing is tighten this plate down where it was before. There's some timing setups for it, but apparently what happens is this would be top dead center with this in the middle. And being this engine runs forwards and backwards, depending on which way you move the timing, you get more power in forward or power in reverse. What I was telling Chip here before we had the camera off is that ideally you'd want in forward for it to be right here, and then in reverse you'd want the plate to move or done with solid state electronics to advance the other direction when you change speeds. That way you'd have time in both directions. But apparently I'm gonna leave it set like here. It looks like it's been advanced a little bit and was probably done that way because people are sacrificing a little bit of the power in reverse to get a little better forward, because it's going to be going forward, 95% of the time.
Do we have a nut for that?
I don't know yet. Do we have enough for that?
So is there a position how that goes on there?
Yeah, it goes opposite keyway.
Oh, there's a keyway. Yep.
Well, I'm about to strip that as it is. Let's hope it's close. Like I said, should bend Phillips screws. Where's that plastic hammer? Let me just tap it. Make sure it's going to settle down a little bit. Yep. All right. So it's probably got a washer and a nut somewhere.
All right. Should have a washer. It has a imprint of a washer on there.
A little bit of aniseed. Help the next guy.
Should be the slogan for anti-seize.
Yeah, help the next guy.
Help the next guy. Not figure it out on your own.
Shiny side now. All right.
That probably doesn't go on now yet anyway.
Yeah, it does.
Because this goes on here somewhere.
Yeah, it'll go over like this, but we're gonna jump off here real quick to see if we can find all
Why
the
wouldn't
hardware.
that be behind that? No? Okay.
We're gonna jump off here. We'll find the hardware. Is you see that
Oh, there's holes where you can loosen your...
you can set the timing without pulling all this stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
Except for they use Phillips screws, which strip and fuck up, and then you have to pull the flywheel anyway, because you can't get them loose or get them tightened off or whatever.
Yeah.
But so that goes on there like that.
So where are the holes so I can see them real quick?
It's got two holes for the
No, I
timer.
see. Yeah, they're the right there. You can go all the way in and adjust it. Well, that's good.
Should we put this on? Thing is, I don't know if we can get a good torque on it with this on here. I'll just put these in loose and we'll try to torque this. Actually, let's pull this off that we don't break any fins or anything when we torque it.
Oh, that's pulling the whole entire thing off.
That's okay. Okay. See if I can get these screws on up. Well, let's be careful with this extension.
Size of it. That size. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Minimal impact.
That's how it was all taken apart.
showing it. Just feel it again. I might be clicking. We'll go with that. That's fine.
All right.
I think I'm gonna click anyway.
Try to hold this side.
Flip the engine around. That way I can see what I'm doing. At least 90 degrees.
It's close. The only one that I can find closer. It's not clicking. No? Yes? That.
All right.
Should be good enough?
Yeah. This one's got a tab on it anyway. I'm bending the tab over. It's tight.
Yeah. Alright. Don't want to break those fins.
All right.
Me.
It's not gonna be better from the other side. I just turn the whole thing around.
You can do what?
All right. So.
What's going on? Alright. You're just hitting the washer.
Get off the tape.
Wait. Alright, you good? I didn't see anything. Although this is aluminum up here, right?
Yeah,
It'll spark on aluminum?
it will, 'cause that's what the spark plug screwed into it.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Spark plug screwed into it.
Okay.
Now, the issue is, maybe this is supposed to be grounded. Check.
Yeah. that thing pop?
Good. Plug in it.
Yeah.
Let's try it with that knock around it.
But it's not around it?
Yeah. I don't think it's like there. It's the other side of the pole. Ready?
What? Why not?
Oh, it's probably the board.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's find the wiring down here.